Drew, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Long
Oh,
It's
time
good
no
to see
see.
you. I
with my
know.
Thundercats on. What? I love Thundercats.
There you go.
What do you think about the Hitler shirts with quotes on them? Are you lining up to get one? Are you planning on getting one for you and your family?
Well, that would be very bad for me because I found out this year my mom called me and said that my grandmother Marat was Jewish, and it just kind of came out this year through ancestry.com. So I just found out I'm Jewish, so I would not want to wear that shirt, knowing that she did have some problems with the Holocaust herself. So yeah, that would not be the greatest thing.
All right.
And outside of that, Austin, you need to be careful because the Jewish community does not play with people. Okay, you're looking at George Lucas is Jewish, Steven Spielberg is Jewish, James Cameron is Jewish, uh, Jack Kirby was Jewish. Stan Lee comes from that bloodline as well. So this isn't looking too good. And Harrison Ford is part Jewish as well. So, I mean, and you're a big Harrison Ford fan, as you always claim. So this is not very, and Carrie Fisher. So,
Before, hold on, I got a super chat. Gibson says, wasn't sure if it was already discussed. Sorry, off topic. But how did Jacob get all that merch suddenly when I'm assuming he wasn't in the picture and not before? Do you believe it's even legit? So many red flags. Francis, can you attest to that question?
Oh, it was to me that question. Some of it I know Jason did give to him because let he did try a lot to build a relationship, but there are a lot of things that I see there that are very questionable.
Okay,
That
so
I
uh,
don't think are his.
and Gibson doubled back and he said, admire both of your insight. Your time is much appreciated. Those trying to bash JDF name should be shameful. He was top tier, next level to his fans. If he was a certain way to specific celebs, only cause he had to call them on BS. Woo! Thank you, Gibson, for the donations. I see you.
I got money.
So yeah, some of that stuff is real, Gibson. Just want to, according to Francis, and thank you for your generosity, man. I really appreciate it. All right. So no to the Hitler shirts. What do you think about Scott Zillner taking Jacob's story, Drew?
okay, so I've been in circles with people that know Scott and stuff like that, and I've heard nothing but good things. So I don't want to put him out in a bad light in any way, but I'll have to say this just as a person, as all of us as individuals. Maybe you didn't exactly know the whole story, but once you find out what's going on, you immediately need to start working some crowd control over a situation like this. You cannot have someone that has a record like that associated with you. And since you're part of a big brand, it cannot match that brand. So you guys at Comic-Con, you can't have that. Saban can't have that. That is something that people will take and rake you over the coals times 10 over a situation like that. And just from a human perspective, to have someone that is a child predator involved with your organization or look like you want to get involved with your organization is never a good thing. That is very, very bad. Immediately, as soon as that came out, they should have worked crowd control times 10. Like it should have been done and gone by now. And that's how they should have handled it. Because I've seen situations where things don't go well with people. Immediately they work crowd control and it's over like lightning quick and it's handled and people are on it. They don't mess around with stuff like that. So I don't know what. Oh,
I
go ahead,
agree with you,
Francis.
Drew. I agree with you, Drew. I've never had a negative anything with Scott, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I have nothing but good things to say. He runs a good show. Um, I've never heard anyone like complain about Paramore for Con.
No.
But like you said, it is kind of, there's only so much you can ride for someone, right? There's only so many things you can um sweep under a rug for someone when you have to put a stop. And I understand that he wants to support Austin, and a lot of people want to support Austin, right? Just because he's going through his legal battle, his family, they don't want his family to like suffer because he is the breadwinner and the provider. But there's only so many things that you can cover and sweep under the rug and support. And I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, you're good. Speak, Francis, speak. I want you to. And I was just gonna say that since you brought that up about people showing support for Austin and want to do that, I get you guys want to back his family, and that's cool. But here's the thing, boys and girls, Austin made a decision. Okay? He made a very bad, poor, ridiculous decision. You never play games with the IRS. Everybody knows that. Even the most insane people. There was an episode of Batman the Animated Series where the Joker even said, I'll go up against anything, but the IRS, no way. People know. Cartoons, you don't know.
You absolutely right, Drew. Now, look, Francis has to go, so I'm going to let her get her last words. Any final words you want to say, Francis?
I think it's clear, and I'm going to... for me? Okay. Well, let me say my piece.
Say your piece.
I want to say, Henry, that I'm going to applaud you because obviously that your truth, the truth that you release is obviously getting to the people, right? And it's sad that people want to continue to lie and sweep things on the rug. And I'm glad that you take your time because I know that Power Rangers for you is passion.
It's just passion.
It's passion. And Jason always taught me you do things for passion, whether people support you, whether people don't support you, whether you become public enemy number one, you do things for passion. So if you're public enemy number one and I'm public enemy number two, or vice versa, then we're obviously doing something right. And all these threats like, oh, do this, or we're gonna shut down your channel, we're gonna make your channel shut down, or we're gonna sue you, or they're gonna come see me in New York. Do what you want. You're obviously part of the problem. I'm not gonna lie and shut down and not defend my friend that I love. I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh my God, Austin, I'm sorry. You're never gonna get a sorry from me because I'm not sorry and I'm not doing anything that is wrong. But that's my piece. Thank you, Henry. Drew, you always cook as always. And people shouldn't believe everything you hear. When someone comes on this platform or goes on YouTube and addresses things directly, because Austin has never addressed anything directly, and I'm sure everyone else won't. Once people, if they do that, then maybe you believe them. But since you're never gonna get that, and like I said, hell will freeze over the day that they do. Continue watching Henry's channel. Thank you.
All right.
Francis, this is for you.
Oh, those are great.
I just finished these.
Those are amazing.
These are the last ones because my hands, I can't do it with the MS anymore, but these are part of the last run that I did. The Ninja Turtles just got finished the other day, and I'm retired from doing it. But
Drew, you do a lot. Drew, you
are like
doing
a lot, yo.
A lot of shit.
Doing the
I'm
most.
Like, I'm over here.
Make a hat too.
I'm over here tired from taking care of a kid. Drew has everything. I'm like, what the heck? I wish I had stamina.
I do it up.
All right.
Francis, anytime you want me on your show or whatever, you want to reach out, call me, whatever.
I was going to stream today, but I told Henry I wasn't feeling too good.
Like, I don't want to talk all day. I'm like, oh my God.
It's like going around in my job, so it's finally caught me.
All right, get out of here. Get out of here.
Love y'all.
All right. We're gonna let Drew cook for a minute. Then I see I got my dominatrix in the background.
She's here.
The dominatrix. She turned off the camera, I think. So anywho, you already touched on the shirt. What do you think about this whole Scott saying I'm a clout chaser? Do you feel like, am I a clout? Maybe I'm clout chasing. How do you view it?
Henry, let me tell you something, man. And this is from the heart, man. This is true. Okay, it comes from the danger heart. Okay, you are an honest, good dude. Like I said, we both worked in investigations. What you're doing is you're going to places that people don't want to venture, but they need to venture into. This Power Ranger thing, look, Jason Neighbor Frank is gone, guys. I hate to say it like that, but the situation never even got resolved because nobody came forward to talk about it. I made a video on my channel where I talked about it. And I had a video where I said Austin and JDF together. I did one. Okay. But you know how many people have really brought it to the forefront? Nobody. Do you know how many people have really shaken it up where Austin's people are talking, JDS people are talking? Nobody. Okay, this is a situation that needs to be handled. We owe it to JDF to get this fixed because he was fighting for it and kind of going like, man, I got to deal with the situation. I'm trying to figure this thing out. I'm trying to get this. I'm on the red carpet trying to fix. He couldn't do it. So what we can do for him, that all the good things he's given to us, like Rican Ranger said, all the good things he's given to us, we owe it to him to bring this story and put this thing to bed. That's what we need to do. This is our job. This is now our time. All of us are Rangers for real, fighting for this. We know we can't be a Power Ranger and have the powers, but the powers we can have, we can go out and speak the truth and get this fixed. Because Austin, he tells on himself.
Exactly.
Out there. Exactly. It's out there. So all we do is just put the same video you can research right now and find in 2 seconds and put it out there. We need to put this stuff out there and we need to put this together. That's where our Ranger powers kick in. Henry, you are using your Master Morpher Ultra Shield powers that you have been blessed and gifted with to find the materials to put it together. And us, we're your Ranger Legion coming together to help you put this stuff out there. That's what's going on. That's what I think. And that's what needs to happen. This is the only way we're going to get it fixed. This is it.
All right. We're here. Let's bring up our dominatrix.
You are the Resilient Ranger. There you go.
Resilient Ranger. I like that. We got our dominatrix here, our Pog, Stephanie Dana, here today. What would you like to add to it? You getting your Hitler shirt that's printed off by Austin St. John or what?
Absolutely hell no.
Why not? He had some cool quotes. That's ASJ said.
Cool quotes my ass. I mean, if you want to talk about murdering people all the time and having Jews in the fucking burners, then fine. But if you want to actually, be thoughtful on the history of it, then he's a complete and total tool bag. And I will continue to call him an asshat. And I will also call ASJ an asshat at this point.
Oh my goodness. What did you think of that? Were you surprised? Did it catch you off guard?
It did, especially with the fact that, I have family that was in the camps. I mean, my grandmother was the one that actually knew more of that history, and she's gone now, so I can't really get the full extent of that history anymore. But to know that I do have that history of them being in those camps and surviving and pretty much being told, yeah, we're not talking about it. For him to say, I'm going to put a quote of Hitler on there in the German language, you must be out your damn motherfucking mind. Simple as that.
Pretty much.
Because that's just like saying, I'm going to worship the neo-Nazisms and Aryan Brotherhood. And I'm like, you might as well just get that stamped on your forehead for the rest of your damn life, because at this point, you've now lost all of my respect. I had just a smidge of respect left for you. At this point, nah, you've lost it. And if I see you, I'm going to be cordial. I'm not going to say my piece to the point where I want to curse you out, but I will not support you in any form or faction.
Well, Sand said this: Jason has been gone for over a year. Austin's legacy isn't valuable enough to be a legend. It's sad because he could be, but he keeps killing opportunities. Do you think there's some truth to her quote?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, he could easily have been, moderate, but he keeps putting himself down further and further and further. ASJ will never have the same legacy as JDF. JDF took more to knowing his people, to knowing not just his fans, but to understanding martial arts within itself, and to actually talking to people and knowing the ins and outs of the whole industry.
Right.
Austin, nope, not at all. He's digging himself a grave, and at this point, it's not a 6-foot grave; it's a 25-foot grave because
Holy
he can't
shit.
get out. He can't get out. He keeps digging it further and further and further, and then he's like, "Oh well, I'm going to try to, support these people." You're going to support people that are not going to support you.
Facts.
You're going to support history that destroyed others.
Generations of people.
We had an entire gap of generations lost because of Hitler. Why support that? Why go that far into the rabbit's hole of stupidity? To put it as nicely as I can, because I'm really trying to keep my temper in check, because I could just let my whole New York temper come out and flare out, and I don't want to.
Jamal said Henry, Drew, Francis, and I think he went Steph and Brent Power Ranger streaming forces love these streams. Y'all be loving these Power Ranger streams.
At this point, I mean, the Power Ranger streams, yes, don't get you any money really, because
I mean,
we kind of do.
I'm not gonna the super chats help, but in all reality, like when I was covering like XQC, I mean, you guys see the views of some of the Twitch videos. Those are the money makers for my channel. I just do this for y'all my people. So I'm like, oh yeah, y'all, I got a free Sunday. Let's do a Ranger stream. And then like what happens is when people see me do a Twitch stream, they'll see no one watch. They'll be like, well, it was only 50 people there. I'm like, yeah, because they're not going to watch the live stream. But when I clip the video, then the thousands of people are going to show up instantly. So I mean, it balances out. It balances out. I'm not complaining, but I'm a clout chaser. I wish I would make $300 off a fucking Power Ranger video. I would never talk about Twitch again. I would just be Power Rangers every day.
With that whole clout chase and stuff, and Brent saying, well, Scott said this at this point, and I said it in the chat to Brent, and I'm going to say it loud and proud. At this point, Brent, you need to actually get it on audio and or video if you're going to be then coming up on here and saying, well, this person said you're just a clout chaser, or this person said Francis got fired.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm not believing it unless I'm hearing it out of the horse's mouth. Because,
No.
You kind of have set yourself up for it numerous times. You don't have wanted to say, well, it needs to come from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
Well, it needs to.
Yes.
Let him cook.
Stephanie, if I could add on to what you just said, to add on to you, if you don't mind, really quick.
Go right on ahead.
This is the thing. Why people ask me about Brent, and what I told Brent is, wait a minute. And Dust, you brought this up. Dust was getting ready to get him and said, well, he's never met JDF, and that was his first convention, so I couldn't get him. I said, no. You're not wrong on that one. Brent could have met him anytime. If he had that much hatred for that long, you could have met him anytime to find out for yourself what JDF was really like and compared Austin and JDF. You could have met him a couple times. You could have met him 4, 5, 6 times to see what was going on, interviewed him, asked him, told him your issue, and he would have talked to you about your issue. Said, okay, so you had a problem with me because of this. He's that guy, because I knew JDF. He would have sat with you and done that. Okay? You never did that. You never did that. And again, to back up Stephanie with this, you have never presented any proof. Every time something comes up, you're just saying, well, I talked to them and this. Every time I said something, Henry, did I send you a video?
Yeah. He was like, hey, JDF did a video for me. I'm like, all right, cool. Here's the video right here. This is me.
And you see
Here's our
me in the
pictures.
video with my son and my wife, all right there next to JDF, and he's talking and hanging out, and like, man, this is my guy Drew. See? So where's your video? Where are your videos? Where are your proofs? Where are your writings? You see my Green Ranger book? I got everything, name, date, place. Show everybody. Where's your stuff? You have nothing.
He got nothing.
And like for me, I have been a part of the Ranger Stop convention, so I've seen it firsthand on it. And for some of them, I've been able to back up on others. Like, yo, this did happen. So, I mean, there are times, yes, proof is in the pudding, as it's always been said. But, you know, if you're gonna really go and say, well, somebody said this, at this point, there definitely needs to be proof, especially with the whole clout chasing and all of that. Because to me, that just says right there,
he's not familiar with my channel.
You're not fully going to express it to that person because you want to hide stuff.
Yes.
You know, if you're a big name like Scott is, you know, he's got to either come up on here and, you know, give all the facts, give his side of everything, like what, you know, Legendary Con has done, like what Fayetteville Convention has done, where they have gone on record and said, we do not support, or we will support this, and this person, but we don't support these people.
Yeah.
You know, those conventions have come up and said it point blank. So maybe Scott needs to actually do that as well, because here it is other conventions have, he needs to as well.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you off on that one. You've cooked.
Stephanie, it's good seeing you.
Next time we'll get your dominatrix rates. Maybe we could shoot you some clientele, shoot you some business. And thank you, Steph. All right, yeah. If you need dominatrix and you into that bondage stuff, we got some for you. But we got a question for you from our putty. Mr. Monster says he's been wanting to ask Drew a happy question. What was the last Power Rangers show you watched on TV, and have you seen any of the Super Sentai?
I have seen the Zeo, the Mighty Morphin, the Jew Ranger. I saw the versions of that. So I saw 2 or 3 seasons from Japan. They are crazy when you watch them. They're really, really different. And it's hard to sometimes match up everything because they're so different. You know, ladies' skirts blowing up when you walk down the street. Weird stuff like that. So there's a lot of weird stuff in it, kids getting trapped in a space shuttle. So I did check that out. As far as the newest shows, I watched everything that JDF, when he returned, I did check out, and I did see when Austin came back to see what they did with him. So that was Beast Morpher. So that was probably the last thing I probably saw outside of the Netflix movie. And those are the 2 last things that I saw as far as newer shows.
Okay, all right, and shout out to you. Salute to San. She said she used her member super chat, which all you guys have a free super chat. She says the danger with Brent doing this is people know people. Beware of the reality of fact checking. And you know the thing with Brent is he's not getting it recorded, which means they could just be telling him that just so he keeps spending money. You know, Brent is a millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
I got money.
So if I want to keep Brent giving me money, I'm probably gonna tell him what I want to hear. Like, hey, he's spending $200-$300 every time he see me. I'm gonna give him the politically correct answer. Who cares about the truth? As long as Brent give me my $300. So you have that thing that kind of like jades the relationship, if you will. And you are cooking, Drew. You are cooking.
No, absolutely. The thing about it is if they're trying to milk you for money and Brent's he's falling for it. Come on, Brent. You fall for it.
Sinker, man.
You fall for it, man. You don't want to go to the Ranger that would have given you a free autograph, that would have hung out with you for free, that would have interviewed you for free. No. You want to go pay your hard-earned money. You want to hand them thousands and thousands of dollars to the Rangers that complained because they didn't get paid. The reason they didn't get paid was because they didn't listen to JDF's program. I said it before. Jason Font actually listened. He does well. Everybody else did not listen. They didn't listen to his plans and his ideas. And where are they now? That's the thing. That's why they're all upset, because if Karen Ashley, if all of them had sat down with him and said, okay, let's hear your plan, he could have helped them to be more successful, just not on the convention circuit or Power Rangers involved, but in all aspects. See, he could have helped them do all that stuff. So see, that's the thing about it. You know, Steve, you were talking about Steve Cardenas that one time, you know, and you said that the Ranger thing ruined his life. It was like, well, did it really? Because when you opened up your dojo, did you have money to open up your dojo? Oh, okay. And then here's the other thing. Did you have people wanting to come down there because you were on the show? So did that give you business? So how bad did that mess up your life? See, that's the thing. So you've got people upset about that, but they're not looking at the blessing that they got. And if Steve had stuck with Jason and actually followed what he was doing and showed up on time and did all the different things, look how much further along he would have been. He wouldn't have been the Ranger everybody forgot, right? He would have been the Ranger everybody remembered. He could have been over Austin St. John if he had done things the right way.
Yeah, he was like, hey, show up on time, man. Show some enthusiasm and shit.
That's right.
He's and he hated it early on. Now he's at every weekend he's doing an appearance, you know, a day late and a dollar short.
He could have been Austin. See, JDF didn't play favorites. He said the same thing about his own brother. He said his brother was clowning and wasn't doing things and, you know, wanted to do this and and he was like, dude, you're going to end up at that peace conference meeting, and that means you're going to get off the show. He's like, dude, don't do that.
And he was being considered for the Gold Ranger at one point. His brother
he had it pretty much. And they said as soon as they saw what he was going to do, and he was kind of over here, and he was asking for that, they were just like, that was that. So he's like, see, he messed it up. But I told him. He's like, I told everybody else, like, don't do it this way because I see how their patterns and what they do, because he made it known. I was the only one that didn't have a replacement actor show up in an episode. And that's true. They kept having the Richies and Zach's cousin, you know, Curtis showing up, because that was them flexing their arms saying, we got a replacement for you.
Right,
you see?
Right.
And those Dark Rangers, think about it. The Dark Rangers came in right around the time they were leaving. Because remember, that's when the Green Ranger powers went away and the White Ranger was coming in, right? So right at that time, what do you see? 5 other teenagers standing there. Replacements.
Right.
Okay? So see, that's the thing. And he didn't have one. You know why? Because he knew the game. If he wanted to be there, he knew what he had to do to be there to get what he needed. That was the thing. And he told everybody else how to do it, but nobody listened because everybody was looking at making the fast money. Nobody wanted to take the time to make the slow or no money to get the bigger money in the future and more establishment in the future.
Yeah.
Everybody was thinking now. See, that's the problem.
And Drew, he emailed me about the Terry Crews interview. Guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I talked to a lot of you guys off camera. And Drew emailed me. We had a little small exchange about how Terry Crews, he appeared in Training Day, no contract, no money. Hey, just take your shirt off and look tough. And that was his foot in the door right there for free. Or you think he got paid like $400 or something.
They gave him a few bucks. Yeah. And then after that, everybody saw him and said, you're that dude in Trinity. I'm going to put you in this movie. I'm going to put you in this movie. And then he said, Eddie Murphy's like, hey man, we wrote you a part. Hey man, the Wayans brothers, we wrote you a part. Yeah. And then boom.
So
see? And what did he say? He said, you got to do the free stuff, right?
You got to do it.
The low band stuff. You got to walk on the razor's edge to get in here in Hollywood to do this stuff. And you see me now. He's like, but I started here. People don't want to do that. They want this. They think they're worth this. They think, no, you go in cool. And you have to, what did he say? The JDF always said, the passion. Remember he said,
the passion.
I was passionate, just wanted to do that stuff. It made me feel something. So I wanted to do that. JDF said the same. And look, Terry Crews is where he's at.
Yeah.
JDF is where he's at.
It's not different days. It was the 90s. Yeah. I mean, when did Training Day come out, man?
That was back. I was still in high school, so that was like in 2001. That had to be in 2000, 2001. You have to think that.
Yeah, 2001. Damn, good one.
Yeah,
it was 2001.
It's that far back, and it's like, look at what that did, because he looked at that. So it's like, okay, so if you go into it with that type of attitude, look at your success.
Yeah.
You don't go into it with that attitude, look at where you end up.
I mean,
see that.
This is true, guys. And I mean, even for the people who've been with me from day one, when I had 30 people live, y'all see me when I had 30 people live. Some people were here when I had like 5,000 live. But what happens? I just come on back to my Ranger stuff, and now I don't go as live as much, but the views is still there. So it's a grind. Imagine if I would have went live for 30 people, didn't get the views, and just quit. Because I'm like, 30 people here, 100 people viewing the stream. I'm not making no money. I'm just gonna give up. But you know, the passion, you do the passion, then the money come. So anyway, any last words, Drew? Because I got to call my daughter. Yeah, and I got a meeting coming up.
No problem.
Any last words? Because I got to end the stream pretty soon.
Okay, so guys, here we go. We need the vote from you guys. Resilient Ranger should be Henry's thing, and like cut t-shirts and hats. Like, that's your name. For me, the Danger Ranger. What do you guys think? Like, those should be our names. And we can like design an animation sketch of us, like, you know, in an outfit or something, and cut some shirts. So if you guys like that, I think both of us should do that, Henry. I think that's something we should.
Look, man, y'all trying to get this thing on TMZ, man. No one cares about ASJ. I'm going to clip this video, and I'll be happy if it get 1,000 views.
Well, they did do that whole, when he got in trouble with the tax thing.
Yeah, the tax thing
did a video.
They did. The tax thing got like a decent amount of views, but him quoting Hitler, like, nah, man. But you have to remember, when he got hit with the tax thing, he got caught up. Every news cycle was running Red Ranger tax stuff, true. Red Ranger tax stuff. So his name was going through the algorithms.
And originally they blamed Steve.
Yeah, I saw the picture. Yeah. And, JDF was like, Steve, they're using your picture. Someone said ASJ versus Seagal lies. Who lies worse? ASJ. So, guys, don't play with Steven Seagal, man. He really about that action, man. He may be out of shape. He may be out of shape. But he will still F you the fuck up quickly.
He's no joke.
Quickly. Don't. Seagal.
My buddy always talk about Viking Samurai. He actually knows him. Like, they talk. And that guy, he's a legit dude. You know, like, he's just extra rough. So that's the thing about it. He can bring it. You know, he's just a little out of shape now, but yeah, he's still got the quick hands. Like I said, you can't open a dojo in Japan being an American.
Yeah.
Unless you're somebody, because that is a high respect. And he had Japanese clients times 1,000,000 coming through there. And he was training with them left and right. And he married Japanese and he speaks the language. I'm like, you cannot do that unless you are seen in high respect.
Don't worry, y'all. The ASJ Hitler thing is going to get clipped. It'll be up at probably like 10 a.m. tomorrow. It's getting clipped. All this stuff is getting clipped. I know Francis is going to clip. So here's the thing, right? My algorithm is all on Twitch now. Anything I drop with Twitch, 1,000 views in the first hour. It's all good stuff. But I'm about to destroy it and clip everything to put it on this channel. And then I'm going to have to go back to the Twitch thing and bring it up. And then for real this time, after I do all that, all future Power Ranger content will be on the alternate channel. I promise.
Cool.
So I just I didn't set it up for it to stream on the other channel, which kind of like shot myself in the foot, but it's okay.
Where's Brent? Where's Brent? Here.
Where is Brent?
Where's Brent? I'm like, tell me he's like Goldar. Where's he at?
He's still at cons, man. And salute to my man Dust.
I got money.
Give them 5 memberships. I see you, Dust, man. I see you.
Dust, you're a good man.
click the donation. Click the gift that Dust did, so you guys could get you a membership. And salute to Miss Peach Tails. And I'm thinking about making all my Twitch streams member only because they're still here. Brent, you want to come back up and talk to Drew?
Please do.
Let's get some more content from Brent, boots on the ground reporter with no proof.
You know, Scott Zellner should have us at Comic-Con.
He won't. He thinks I'm a clout chaser. I would never go.
And do a panel where we can. That would be the thing. That would be the thing that would break everything. If they put us on a panel, Austin's there, Tammy's there, we're all there. And like, all right, what's up next?
My grandmother is like, I can't believe she sent me a goddamn text message talking about like, who is Drew Danger? I love listening to him.
Grandma's awesome. I gotta meet Grandma, man. That's too cool. Hey guys, goodness. Spread love, not the hate. Don't buy those Austin shirts because it's not good, man. That's a bad move. And he says he's a Harrison Ford fan, and Harrison Ford's Jewish descent, man. That's some crazy stuff to go ahead and put that out there like that. He's that desperate for money. That's crazy. You're that desperate for money, you gotta go market Hitler. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Because you know you can't get no $1,500 from JDF, and you can't get $1,500 from Walter because he doesn't have it. Okay, so that's what that's all about. So you gotta go sell your soul to Hitler. Oh, okay.
All right, Drew. I'm gonna let you out of here on that one, guys. Right. Drew was cooking. Oh my God, my grandma was like, "Who is that Drew Danger?" Grandma, I'm like,
"Hey yo, what the fuck,
Grandma? What the hell?" Anywho, guys. With that being said,